Namaste. Welcome to Living the Yoga Sutras. One Sutra, one day. Yesterday, Patanjali introduced us to Īśvara, the Purusha Vishesha, the special Purusha. He is untouched by the afflictions, untouched by karma, untouched by the impressions that bind ordinary beings. Today, he reveals another extraordinary characteristic of Īśvara. Not what Īśvara does, but what Īśvara inherently is. Let's take a slow breath in and a long breath out. Cut out the noise and make ourselves fully present. Today we reflect on Yoga Sutra 1.25. The sutra is Tatra Niratiśayaṁ Sarvajña Bījam. Let's break it and chant it together. Tatra Niratiśayaṁ Sarvajña Bījam. A simple translation here is, in Īśvara lies the unsurpassed seed of all knowledge. Let's look at the important words first. Tatra means there. It is referring to Īśvara described in the previous sutra. Niratiśayam means unsurpassed, unequaled, or beyond comparison. Sarvajña means all-knowing. And Bījam means the seed or source. Patanjali is not saying that Īśvara has accumulated infinite information. He is pointing to something far more profound here. In our ordinary experience, knowledge is acquired. A child learns a language, a student studies certain subjects, a scientist makes a discovery, a seeker contemplates. Knowledge grows gradually. It depends upon time, experience, and learning. But Patanjali says that Īśvara is altogether different. In Īśvara, knowledge is not acquired. It is complete. Vyāsa explains that among human beings, we naturally observe differences in knowledge. Some know a little, some know much more. When we see such degrees, our reason naturally points towards the possibility of the highest limit. Just as there is a smallest spark and there is the blazing sun, there must also be the unsurpassed fullness of knowledge that we want to refer to. And Patanjali calls this Niratiśayaṁ Sarvajña Bījam, the limitless source from which all knowledge finds its highest expression. This is not knowledge gathered from the world. It is knowledge that is never obscured. Because Īśvara has never been touched by any kind of ignorance. There is a beautiful insight hidden in this sutra. Most of us think of wisdom as adding something to ourselves. Reading a book, attending a course, collecting more information. But yoga often points in the opposite direction. The obstacle is not that the truth is absent or the knowledge is absent. The obstacle is that the mind is clouded. Imagine the sun on a cloudy day. The clouds may hide the sunlight from our eyes, but they never diminish the sun itself. The limitation lies in the covering, not in the light. Patanjali describes Īśvara as the consciousness in whom no such covering exists. Perfect clarity, perfect freedom, perfect knowledge. This also changes how we understand spiritual growth. Perhaps the journey is not about becoming someone new, but it is about gradually removing the coverings that prevent wisdom from shining through us. Reflect on this. As you reflect today, notice how often the mind assumes, I already know. Yet true learning begins with humility. Ask yourself gently, can I approach today with the openness of a humble student? Not seeking more information, but with greater clarity. Because wisdom does not arise merely from knowing more, it arises from seeing with more clarity. Tatra Niratiśayaṁ Sarvajña Bījam. In Īśvara, the seed of all knowledge reaches its unsurpassed fullness. As seekers on our journey is not to accumulate endless information, but to remove the ignorance that clouds our own clarity. In the next sutra, Patanjali reveals why Īśvara is honored as the eternal teacher, the Guru who is beyond the limitation of time itself. Until then, remain curious, remain humble, and allow every moment of sincere practice to deepen your understanding. Namaste.